April 10th, 2026. Iran wants Bitcoin for oil. BTC is staring down $80K, and we've got a lot to cover. Quick shout to today's sponsor, Compete Token, the gaming crypto that actually has real games behind it. Link in the description. Bitcoin tagged $73,000 today after CPI came in below expectations, and gasoline prices jumped 21% month-on-month, the biggest spike since 1967. So your car is expensive, but at least your Bitcoin is up. Traders are now eyeing $80,000 by end of April, with a symmetrical triangle pointing all the way to $87,000. Whale inflows dropped to $2.96 billion, first time under $3 billion since June 2025, which is textbook supply absorption, not distribution. Iran is demanding Bitcoin payments for safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, the choke point that moves roughly 20% of all global crude oil. Ships apparently have seconds to pay in BTC or face consequences, which is one heck of a use case. Think about what this actually means. One of the most strategically critical energy corridors on the planet is now running on Bitcoin rails. Jamie Dimon is somewhere sweating right now. And honestly, it's funny. Hong Kong just made history, awarding its first stablecoin licenses ever to HSBC, Standard Chartered, and Anchor Point Financial. This is the first regulatory framework of its kind in Asia. TradFi giants getting direct stablecoin approval is a very different energy from "we're banning everything." Meanwhile, France is going the opposite direction, with the Bank of France pushing for stricter MiCA limits on non-euro stablecoins, because 98% of the market is US dollar denominated and European regulators are not thrilled about that. Two very different vibes from the East and West. A new paper from Oratomic found that a 10,000 qubit quantum computer could crack Bitcoin's encryption. That's 10 times fewer qubits than previous estimates. The extra bad news is that AI just accelerated their algorithm optimization by about 1000x. Cloudflare and Google have both moved their quantum prep deadlines up to 2029, and Caltech already has a 6000 qubit array running right now. Q-Day is not a theoretical future problem anymore. It's a midterm calendar item. Trump's World Liberty Financial token dropped 12% to record lows today after the team had to publicly defend using their own governance token as collateral to borrow stablecoins on Dolomite. When your collateral is the thing you're borrowing against, critics call that circular risk. And honestly, they're right. The buyback program is deeply underwater, with WLFI trading 48% below the $0.1507 buyback average. And there's $234 million in tokens sitting in an intermediary wallet with unclear purpose. Nothing to see here, just presidential crypto doing presidential things. Bittensor got wrecked. TAO dropped 30% from its weekly high to around $249. After Covenant AI publicly accused the network of decentralization theater. Futures liquidations hit $11.83 million, with $9.71 million of that from long positions getting wiped. Fibonacci analysis is now pointing to a potential 45% further downside, with a 1.0 retracement level sitting near $144. If you were holding TAO specifically because you believed in the decentralization thesis, well, someone just went on record saying there is no decentralization thesis. The White House officially warned staff not to use confidential information for trading after someone placed a roughly $500 million bet on oil futures just hours before Trump's Iran announcement on March 23rd. Crude prices then fell 15% following the announcement. Total coincidence, I'm sure. Congress responded with the PREDICT Act, a bipartisan bill banning federal officials from trading prediction markets on non-public info. Meanwhile, regular polymarket users made about $1 million betting on Iran strikes, which is entirely legal because they weren't the ones with the briefings. Brian Armstrong did a 180 and is now backing the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act after walking away from it back in January. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent publicly urged Congress to pass it, and Armstrong called it a strong bill, which is a diplomatic way of saying he got what he wanted in the negotiations. The OCC also approved Coinbase's National Bank Trust Charter today, following similar approvals for Paxos, Ripple, BitGo, Circle, and Fidelity Digital Assets. If the Clarity Act passes, one analyst projects $100K BTC and a $3 trillion crypto market cap by Q2. So no pressure, Congress. Japan announced it's moving to officially classify cryptocurrencies as financial products under its Financial Instruments and Exchange Act. That's the world's third largest economy, formally legitimizing crypto at the regulatory level. With the US pushing the Clarity Act, Hong Kong issuing stablecoin licenses, and Japan bringing crypto under formal financial regulation all in the same week, the global regulatory picture is shifting fast. Turns out the adults didn't ban it. They just decided to manage it. Flare Network, the XRP-adjacent smart contract chain, proposed a major governance overhaul today. Capture MEV at the protocol level, create a new FLR buyback entity called FIRE, and slash annual inflation from 5% down to 3%. Annual token burns jump from 7.5 million to 300 million FLR. Gas fees are also going up 20-fold from 60 to 1,200 Gwei, though standard transactions stay under a cent. Flare has $160 million TVL and 887,000 active addresses, and if MEV capture works, token holders actually benefit instead of MEV bots eating them alive. Revolutionary concept, honestly. Compete Token, gaming crypto with real games, real utility. Check the link in the description. My outro. It's your Crypto Pulse for April 10th, 2026. Stay sharp, and we'll see you tomorrow.